Hey guys, Drew Holmes here. Welcome to my channel. If you guys haven't been here before, we talk a lot about business. Mainly it's sales, marketing, business mindset, and then of course we got to throw in some cool stuff. I throw in a little bit of talk about shoes and traveling, things that I got going on. So I'd love for you guys to come along for the ride. I got a couple packages that came in, and as you can see, I got a shelving unit up there behind me and one up there. Just installed those. So the office is coming together. I do have a camera on the way, so I'm going to be seeing some higher quality videos out of your boy Drew. And things are looking up. I mean, I just started baseball the other day, and I was thinking about this as far as you guys and wanting to bring this to you. Everything in life that is exciting is on the other side of fear. Let me say that again. Everything that's going to be worth anything is right on the other side of the line of fear. So here's the line right here. Here you're on this side, right? Here's the decision you have to make about something you have to do or not do that's going to make you uncomfortable, right? And so for me, that was coaching baseball, that was cold calling, that was talking to customers, that was asking people for money, asking people about how much money they were looking to spend or would be willing to spend. All of that stuff may be uncomfortable. But what I learned throughout the process with some of my mentors, as well as some of my just personal situations, was that if you could get over that line, if you could get past that line, if you're here and the line's here, you could just get over the line to the other side. On the other side of that is a world of happiness. I mean, just excitement, happiness. You will be so proud of yourself for the things that you could do on the other side of fear. Now, the flip side of that is fear can freeze you and stop you in your tracks. You ever noticed, a lot of people are afraid about running out of money, and they really have a problem worrying about money a lot, and those same people never seem to accumulate money. They can't attract it in their life. Mindset really is a shift in the way that you're thinking. It's a shift in how you view things. So if you view fear as something that's gonna stop you in your tracks and you got to run the other direction, or fear is a bad thing, then you're going to be afraid and you're not going to get to enjoy the best parts of life, which are, like I'm saying, and the whole point of this video is fear's the excitement and all the good stuff is right on the other side of that line of fear for almost anything I could think of in my life. I'm not talking about going skydiving. I'm talking about crazy shit like that. I have friends that are into that kind of stuff. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about face your fears in daily life. You know what they are for you, and they're different for you than they are for somebody else. Some people will say that they like cold calling. Well, that's a very small percentage of people. Some people say that they like speaking in front of groups of people. That's also a very small percentage of people. But I can promise you, those people were once afraid to talk in front of people. I don't know anybody, not one person that I've ever met in my life that said that when they first talked in front of groups of people, they weren't afraid. Not one. Show me one person that will tell you that honestly, truthfully. But I can tell you some of these speakers, they report that after they get over that fear and they give an amazing speech, the high that they're on, the feeling of, overcoming that fear is so exciting. And it's the same thing with sales. It's the same thing with life. It's the same thing with, for me, the fear was coaching baseball. Now, what am I afraid of? This is what I kept asking myself, thinking in my mind, what is it that you're actually afraid of? And I wasn't saying out loud that I'm afraid to do it. Just whenever the idea came up, my hands would get a little bit clammy, I'd get a little bit nervous about it, and I knew it was something that I wanted to do. And when I had the opportunity, you know what? I said, screw it. I'm afraid to do this. I don't know whether the kids are going to listen to me or not. I don't know how these parents are going to be. My son really didn't play a lot of baseball, and he's not that good. I'm a little bit afraid about how he's going to react to me coaching, and I want to do a good job. And all these things started flowing through my head. Guess what? I took action. I said, you know what? Screw that. I'm not going to let fear paralyze me. I'm not going to look back 10 years from now and say, you know what? I really wish I would have coached my son's baseball. I really wish that I would have, met the best customers. I really wish I would have went out and did some public speaking. I really wish that I would have, applied for more jobs or went outside your comfort zone and made something happen. So, I got a quick little package that just dropped into my office, so I'll open it up for you guys because I know a lot of my viewers like the retail goods and they like the unboxing. So, rather than give you a separate video on it, I'll just kind of show you something on some of these videos. So I'll do a little quick talk, give you guys some quick value, and then I'll show you some cool stuff. This just came in, and I picked it up because I was so salty that I couldn't get the box logo. I tried to buy the Swarovski crystal box logo that came out. There was the t-shirt that was like $400. Sounds crazy. It's flipping for $1,200. So $400 purchase would have been actually a great investment because I would have doubled my money easy, maybe tripled it. And then they had the box logo hoodie, which I struck out. Those things sold out in like 5 seconds, so my computer just wasn't moving fast enough that day. Let's see what we got. This is a consolation prize. If you don't win whatever you're trying to get, that's the thing that's smart about Supreme. It's like they only release a certain amount, and you're just disappointed that you didn't get anything, so you end up buying something that you don't even need. And so I got a little side pouch, and I was probably going to give this to my son or daughter. Maybe I'll just stash it away. It's not something that I would use too often other than traveling. And you could throw like a camera. You could throw a pretty sizable amount of cash into this little guy and stuff it into your bag. It's more like a passport pouch. And that was one thing I thought I could use it for, is shove like my whole family's passports in this thing, 4 or 5 passports. It's bright blue, and I'll be able to find it in my luggage pretty easily. But it's funny because this little thing was, what was it? I think $50, $40, and then shipping is $10 and tax is $2.50. So it was like, $52.50 or something for this little guy. But it's funny because they're reselling for like $75 to $100 depending on the color. And the other thing you'll see up behind me on this side are a couple Funko Pops that I recently purchased. I bought a couple, I sold them, and so I bought 2, I sold them, and that's what I bought with the earnings. So once I sell those ones, I probably turn around and buy. If I sell those ones the right way, and I made good purchases on those ones behind me, then I'll be into some money. I'll show you guys quickly a couple of, I think I showed you guys these ones. These ones are kind of cool too. These are supposed to be pretty popular right now, but this is the Biggie, Notorious B.I.G. That's a pretty cool one. I got 2 of those, but they're different styles. The other one has the gold crown. And then I got these little guys. These are limited edition, 2,500 pieces. And I got the 3-pack. It's the Game of Thrones, the little wolf. It's kind of cute. It's just basically a little toy that people overpay for. So, you got to be smart. You got to see what the trends are. And if there's a way that what you're doing fits in with that and you can make a little bit extra money. You see, this is a no-lose situation for me. I took the winnings from another deal, a pair of sneakers. I bought 2 Funko Pops that I expected were going to be worth more money. I bought them right on the release. Each of them sold for, I paid like $8. I think I sold each one of them for like $30, so that was like $60. And then I bought 6 more at $10 a piece. So these ones were like $10. And most of these I could probably sell right now for $15 to $20 if I sell it to the right buyer. But what I was doing is just going to buy them. If I can't resell them, I'll give them to my son. If I can resell them, then I'll turn around and buy more of them. And that's the same thing that you can do with sneaker reselling. It's the same thing that you can do reselling coins, collectibles, artwork. You start with one item. And before you make that purchase on that first item, make sure it's a good one. Make sure you do the research. Spend time. And research is really the most important part of buying and selling and trading collectibles. And that's essentially what I've been doing since I was a young kid. I just found different ways to do it. And, one of the ways that I did it was through a lot of coins. And I've since sold a lot of my coins, so I really don't have coins anymore that are for sale. I mean, I do have some if people are really into them. But this is just a proof set that I had laying around. But I have some other pretty cool stuff. Now it's in a safety deposit box, but I started with like baseball cards. It's funny. I just sold a Magic card for $200 the other day. I pulled it out of a old box that was in my parents' house. That I just, so there's money laying around everywhere. There's opportunities everywhere. The question is, who's going to capitalize on them? You or somebody else? So, going back to my original message, don't let fear get in the way of stopping you from taking action and trying something. I was afraid to coach baseball, and I can't say that I've gone through and hit every single one of my fears head on where I'm afraid of something and I actually overcome it. But this just happened to be one example where I actually could see that I was afraid to do this, and I did it anyways. And guess what? After the game that we just had last night, I'm so happy that I did it. I think the other dads wish that they were coaching. Honestly, it's very obvious. They all want to be involved. They wish that they had the balls to coach, and I do. I did, and I'm proud that I was able to do that. My son's proud to have me as a coach, and overall, it's been a great experience. So, one thing that I was afraid to do, now it's one of the best things ever. So, all right, guys, hit me up on the channel. Give me a thumbs up if you like the video, thumbs down if you don't like the video, but comment something. Let me know that you guys are alive and somebody's out there watching this, and let me know what I should be investing in. What are you guys investing in? What kind of stuff do you guys spend time on outside of your business? Is there collectibles, cars, watches? Like, are you guys into high-end watches? I love watches. I just don't have the cash flow yet to be trading Patek Philippe's and Rolexes, but someday I definitely will be. So maybe that day will come sooner. I'll see you guys soon.